Bubble Monster was in a very, very strange place. He'd never been in this place, and he didn't even know how he'd got there. What did it look like? Well, it looked like a room. A big, gigantic room full of speckly lights. Lots of different speckly lights, and on the lights were little creatures. He'd never seen the creatures before. In fact, he was so confused he didn't know what to do with himself. He walked over to one of the creatures on the speckly lights and said, "Where am I? Why am I here?" The little creature said, "Oh, I don't know. We just work here. We just do the things, with the lights and keep them going. I don't know why you're here." "Much use you are." Then he asked, "Do you think any of your friends would know?" "Oh, I could ask Alan. He knows a lot." Alan! Could you tell me what's going on with this creature here in our room?" Alan came down. "Oh, yeah. I saw you come in here. You got dragged in by a heffalump." "A heffalump?" said Bubble Monster. "What is a heffalump?" "Oh, the kind of slow, have big noses and big ears, and big gigantic eyes. And they like to eat things." "Eat things? What kind of things?" "Oh, anything. They'll eat anything, heffalumps. They like to chew on anything. Maybe storing you for later and come back and eat you." "That's not good. I need to get out of here," said Bubble Monster. "Is there a way out?" "Oh, yeah? Come follow me." Alan pulled him over to one side. Well, he didn't pull him, he just led him with his little tinkering. Walked over to the corner of the room. "Yeah, through here." There was the tiniest little door you'd ever seen. It was so tiny, Bubble Monster couldn't even get his little finger in the hole. In the door. There's a bit of a problem here, Alan. See the problem?" Alan looked up at him, and looked him up and down, and then looked at the door. "Oh, yeah! You're kind of a little bit big for this door. Didn't think about that one." Bubble Monster slapped his forehead. "Okay, yes. I am a little bit big. How am I going to get through there?" "Oh, well, that's easy. That's really easy. All you have to do is eat one of us." "What do you mean, eat one of you?" "Yeah, eat one of us. If you eat one of us, make you really small, you'll be like us." Bubble Monster looked at him. "But that would mean I would have to kill you." "Oh, yeah, there is that." Bubble Monster looked at them all. "It's not going to happen," said Bubble Monster. "I'm not going to eat one of you." "Oh, it's all right. We like being eaten." Before he knew it, Alan had jumped in his mouth and had crawled down his throat. "Oh my God!" said Bubble Monster as he shrunk and shrunk and shrunk and shrunk and shrunk. And then, poof, he looked exactly like the other little creatures. Skinny little legs, little noses, and gigantic eyes, and a furry body. But he was tiny enough to go through the hole. "Well, when in Rome," said Bubble Monster, as he walked through the little door. He came to another little place. "What is this place? I don't even know where I am. Where the hell am I?" said Bubble Monster. There was a gigantic door in front of him. Behind him, a small door, which closed slam shut. Well, I guess there's only one way forward, as Bubble Monster skated across the room, with his wee little legs, tiny nose, and gigantic eyes, looking all around. His furry body glistened in the light. "I don't know what's going on," Bubble Monster thought to himself, "but I know I want to get out of here." Then, all of a sudden, he trundled into a gigantic toe. "Oi! What are you doing down there? You're one of those little creatures from next door that sometimes come in here and munch on my food. I'm gonna eat you. You're a munchkin, aren't you? Is that what we're called? Munchkins? I guess, said Bubble Monster. But please, don't eat me. I'm not really one of these munchkins. You see, one of them jumped down my throat and turned me into one of them. What do you mean? You mean if I eat one of you, I'll turn into you? I guess so, said Bubble Monster. Well, I don't want to be as small and puny as you. That's no good. What use are you? As he lifted his foot to tread on him. No, please, don't tread on me. Look, I am useful. I can do things, said Bubble Monster. What can you do? Well, you see that giant zit on your nose? Yeah, it's been bothering me for a long time. Well, if you put me on your face, I'll sort it out for you. Bubble Monster was put onto his face by the gigantic-looking ogre. Okay, now this might hurt a little bit. As he squeezed and squeezed the spot, it popped and went all over the place. There was so much pus, it was ridiculous. But he'd sorted his face out. Oh, thank you. That was really nice of you. I've been meaning to get rid of that spot for a long time, but haven't had the little tiniest hands to be able to do it. It was a kind of a weird looking thing, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. I really want to hang around. Now, can you direct me out of this place? Oh yeah, that's easy. Just go through that window over there. Bubble Monster looked up, and there was a gigantic kind of stained glass window with a little gap at the top. Bubble Monster climbed up and went through the window. Now, he recognised where he was. He was in the Bubble Monster forest. And outside was the Heffalump guarding the door. Bubble Monster scratched his chin. How am I going to get past the Heffalump? Bubble Monster had an idea. He jumped straight onto the Heffalump's head and went into his hair and started tickling different parts of his head. The Heffalump started to laugh and started to scratch and whack himself in the head, trying to get rid of the scratch. Every time the Heffalump moved his hand, Bubble Monster would move out the way and tickle another part of his body. The Heffalump was in such a state, he laughed and scratched himself into tiredness and fell onto the floor, snoozing. Well, my plan worked. Now, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I can't stay like this. All of a sudden, Bubble Monster transformed back into his original shape. And the munchkin popped out of his mouth. Ha ha! That was fun, wasn't it? Said the Heffalump. Said the munchkin. What? You didn't kill yourself? Oh no, I would never do that. I was only joking with you. I just knew you wouldn't eat one of us, so I had to do it myself. Said the little munchkin. God, you are a little cheeky one. Now what should we do with this ogre? I know exactly what to do with him. And so, if you go into the forest and to where the munchkins live, on their speckly little lights, you'll find a Heffalump sitting by a door with lots and lots of creatures around him playing music. And the Heffalump has to sit there and watch and enjoy it. That's what good munchkins do. They look after even the really meanies, and they make them play music and enjoy themselves. And after a time, if you went back there, you'd see that Heffalump now, enjoying himself. He doesn't eat anything, apart from fruit now. He found it a lot more satisfying than eating Bubble Monsters.